indigenous life is even more primitive than I expected. I like the way they pop.
Welcome back, Autobots, Decepticons, and everything in between to another awesome Transformers theory video. And in today's, I'm going to attempt to solve a question that's been on my mind for a little over 5 years now. That question being, how exactly did Dropkick scan his modified 1974 AMC Javelin vehicle mode? You see, for those of you who may not remember, when Dropkick and his partner in crime Shatter come to Earth, they crash land and acquire their vehicle modes. Shatter gets hers by crashing into Roy's modified 1971 Plymouth GTX, but when it comes to Dropkick, we only see him crash through the trailer of this truck and land next to a grain elevator, where afterwards we see him drive up to Shatter. This begs the question on how Dropkick was able to acquire the Javelin as his vehicle mode, since we never see it on screen prior to him driving up. And well, since we don't see the Javelin anywhere in this shot, the conclusion that many fans, including myself, have come to is that the Javelin that Dropkick scanned must have been in the trailer of the truck he crashed into. However, this does not explain how he exactly was able to scan the vehicle. You see, in the previous Transformers films directed by Michael Bay, which are not connected to the Bumblebee movie, the Autobots and Decepticons would use a process called trans-scanning in order to acquire their vehicle modes. If the Cybertronian was in robot mode, a beam of light would come out of their eyes in order to scan the vehicle, and if they were in vehicle form, a beam of light would come out of the side of their vehicle. However, in the Bumblebee movie directed by Travis Knight, which served as a reboot for the franchise, the idea of trans-scanning was tackled a little differently. In the film, we do not see any beams of light, and instead we saw that Bumblebee was able to acquire each of his vehicle modes by just looking at them. And we also saw that Shatter and Dropkick were able to acquire their aircraft alternate forms via a heads-up display that appeared on their windshields. So with that said, based on the way scanning was depicted in the Bumblebee movie, it seems evident that a Cybertronian must be able to see the vehicle that they want to acquire before they can scan it. So then how in the world was Dropkick able to scan the Javelin if it was being transported inside of the truck's trailer? And well, I think our answer lies in the escape pods. You see, in the film, Shatter and Dropkick were able to interrogate and subsequently kill Cliffjumper on one of Saturn's moons. Now, it's never shown to us how Shatter, Dropkick, and Cliffjumper got here, but we do get to see one crashed escape pod, which highly likely belongs to Cliffjumper. And since Shatter and Dropkick could not fly at this point, they must have used escape pods as well. And we know for a fact that they did, since when they come to Earth we can see a fiery ball coming down. And when Bumblebee and the rest of the Autobots came to Earth, we saw the exact same type of fiery ball. Now in the film we only saw the escape pods for a short amount of time, but during their limited screen time we saw that they had a heads-up display. Now at this point in time we don't know what exactly this display does, and hopefully this question can be answered in a future movie. However, for now I theorize that the pods have some sort of scanner that allows its occupants to see what's inside of a structure. And so when Dropkick made his way to Earth, thanks to his pod uploading what was inside of the trailer to the heads-up display, Dropkick was able to notice the Javelin inside of the trailer and was able to scan the pod's data in order to adopt it as his vehicle mode. And so yeah, that's my theory on how Dropkick was able to scan the Javelin. This was probably a question you likely never thought of, and I really hope that the theory I propose can serve as an answer to this 5-year-old question.